Good morning, friends. It's Christy with Happy Hive Homeschool Consulting and homeschoolholiday.com. I hope you're doing well, and I'm here to talk to you today about your core reason for homeschooling. We all have different reasons for homeschooling, and one of the funny things about homeschooling is we get questioned about it. Why do you homeschool? We don't go up to our friends and say, why do you put your kids in public school? Why do you go to private school? But unfortunately, as homeschool families, we get the question over and over again, why do you homeschool? So, why do you homeschool? Have you really chosen to analyze it so when you get that question, you're comfortable and confident with your answer? Maybe you homeschool because you want to have your children avoid cliques or bullying. Maybe you homeschool because your kids are differently abled, and that can mean lots of different things. Your kids are especially gifted, what society would call gifted and talented. Maybe your kids have an IEP or what society calls a learning disability, but I just like to call everyone learns differently, so I don't like to classify it as a learning disability. Maybe your children excel in sports or music or art, and they need extra time or can really focus on those things if they're homeschooled. So differently abled has many different avenues that can be explored. So homeschooling is good for those things. Perhaps you homeschool because you want your children to have the power of choice. You don't want them to be bound by state standards or testing, things of that nature. Perhaps you have your own, personal reason, maybe religious reasons. Whatever your reason is, take some time to really reflect and own it, so that when people ask you, why do you homeschool? You can answer them calmly and with confidence and know that you're not being attacked. People just don't understand homeschooling, and maybe they don't have the confidence to homeschool, and that's okay too. The way I always phrased my answer, Christy, why do you choose to homeschool? Well, quite honestly, I homeschooled my children out of fear. I did not want my children to be separated from me. I wanted to spend as much time with them as possible. Their childhood is so short, and they would be away from me soon enough. My children are so precious to me. Worth far more than $1 million each. And I certainly wouldn't sit a bag, picture those bank bags in cartoons, that have all the dollar signs on them, right? Would I take a bag of $1 million and just drop it off somewhere for someone else to take care of? Really? $1 million? And I have 3 of them, so $3 million. Am I going to trust $3 million in someone else's care all day, every day? For me, that was too much as a young mother to ask. And I tend to think that I can do it better anyway. So I just thought I would homeschool my children, that I was going to be the best fit for them. But your choice, maybe, to send your children to public school or private school isn't wrong, because we need every form of education there is. We have to coexist together. So don't worry about my choice to homeschool. I'm not saying that your choice to send your kids to public school or private school is a bad one, but homeschooling was just a good fit for me. And if ever you want to homeschool your kids, I'd be happy to have a conversation with you as to how homeschooling works in my family. So see, there's an example of how you can answer. Don't be threatened by their question, and don't allow them to feel like they're making the wrong choice for their family. I think sometimes that's what gets them a little bit, is the guilt that they perhaps have made the wrong choice. And everyone has to do what's best for their family, whether that's homeschooling, public schooling, private schooling, or something in between. So take some time to reflect on your reason, your real reason for homeschooling. And mine was fear. Definitely, mine was fear. I didn't want my children to be separated from me. And I'm honest when I tell people that. Your answer will come out much better when you're questioned about it, and you won't sound so defensive. Okay? I would love to hear your core reason, so feel free to share it in the comments below. I hope you have a happy homeschooling day. Feel free to check out the curriculum, the freebies and things we have at Homeschool Holiday, and I hope they enrich the things that you do every day.